This is going to be my first attempt at going into the thrift store with a camera. Can you see the Goodwill store? I cannot wait until I get so comfortable at recording in these stores. It's going to come. I can feel it in my bones. I'm taking you to Goodwill with me today, and I am taking you home. I am going to show you what I found, and I'm going to show you some great DIYs that I do with them. And most importantly, they're easy. I like easy. It took everything in my power to not take one of those chairs, and honestly, it's only because I left the store with so much stuff that I was a little bit embarrassed to actually do a third trip to my car to bring some chairs. But thankfully, I got distracted by the baskets, as I normally do, and this one was just calling my name. This one was too. I'm a little bit regretful that I didn't grab it, but this baby went into my car. I actually had to get it, put it in my car, and then go back in because I didn't want anybody to steal it. But more on that one later. I'm very briefly taking you through, very briefly, like it's going to end now. I promise you I'll get better at doing that. But our first DIY here, if you've been following me for a little bit now, I've been collecting these kind of silverware, silver-plated pieces for a while now. I've done a little bit of on my channel. I've been collecting them for years, but I like to collect them. I like to refurbish them. I've been turning them into this beautiful distressed brassy color. And this one here also reminded me of Mrs. Potts. I love these pieces so much. So basically what I'm doing to them is I'm spraying them with a brass color, and then I'm going in with a distressed antique wax. And I'm really making them look used and worn. And I just love the warm, soft gold color that I've been doing, and I cannot wait in an upcoming video to decorate my hutch with these. So make sure you're subscribed, turn on your notification bell, because I am been posting like crazy. I'm really enjoying sharing all of this with you. It's funny when you don't know too many people who are kind of into this thing, and then you open it up to the world and you find out you're not the only one. So it's been really awesome. I'm gonna put those aside to decorate later on, and we're gonna move on to an amazing find piece of the week. This is my Goodwill find. This was $14.99. This is like your fireplace, all your fireplace tools or whatever. Obviously, we do not have a real fireplace. We have a gas fireplace, but this is just gives it the look, the mirage of having a real fireplace. So it's definitely missing, I have to get all this tape off, but it's missing one tool, but I figured I'll just put that side to the back. But I just loved all this detail on here, and I don't have to do a thing to it. It's like, and it doesn't even really look like it was used, just a little bit, maybe on the bottoms. But I just love the coloring of it, and I thought it looked so beautiful up against the green of my fireplace. So I'm gonna get this tape off and wipe it down and see how it looks. I thought this was such a major score as soon as I saw it on the floor, and this was a Goodwill trip that, oh my goodness, it was so crowded. I don't normally go there on the weekend, but I was out with my oldest and we were doing a little bit of thrift shopping, and I was like, let's just run in, and it was so crowded, but it was totally worth the run in because this was $14.99. It is solid, it is beautiful, there's such beautiful detail on it, and it goes so perfectly with the fireplace. The way it looks against the green. Oh, it looks so pretty. I love it. I have to totally get a new plant. I actually think I'm going to switch this pot out because I don't love that it's a little super modern kind of in this area. It's just not the right spot for it. So I just got to get a new plant for here because this was one of the plants that I split to put above my cabinets. So, oh, I just love this. I don't know that it's going to stay on this side, but for now, until we kind of decorate this area, I love. You never know what you're going to find at the Goodwill. It's always a treasure hunt, and I absolutely love it. here is that basket. I came home with it. It was in my passenger seat. I buckled it and everything. No, but I was so excited I found it for $9.99. I've been eyeing these size baskets, even at HomeGoods, and they want $40, $50, $60 for these. And I found this and I was like, score. We're going to clean it up and we're going to DIY it. This is going to completely disgust you, and you're going to think to yourself, how can anybody buy thrifted baskets? And for someone like me, this is totally satisfying. So all I had to do was put the lid in here. I have the lid underneath the basket, and look at the water. And I haven't even really cleaned the actual basket part yet. It's just the lid. So for me, this is satisfying to see this, but I can totally see how this would be completely disgusting and not worth it for others. But for me, it'll be totally worth it. Not only are we cleaning it, but we're going to be DIYing it. And this is like, I'm the biggest nerd. I get so excited for stuff like this. So if you're disgusted, you can just fast forward through the cleaning part until we get to the DIYing part. But I love this. Okay, so I really don't think that the basket is actually this dirty. Or at least I hope not. I think that some of the color from the actual basket is coming off, which is totally fine because we're actually going for a lighter look, and I'm actually going to be changing the color of this. So I don't mind that one bit, but the water is definitely almost black at this point. And we still have all this basket to wash. If you're wondering how to wash your baskets, this is how to do it. It totally works. Okay, we're getting out the big guns with this one. I'm getting a scrubby brush. I'm gonna load it up with some Dawn. I'm gonna get it wet. And we're gonna go to town. Does anybody else get just complete satisfaction from doing something like this? I feel like there's two types of people. The type of person that would do this and the type of person that wouldn't. And clearly I am the type of person that would. I love taking anything and bringing it back to life. It's definitely something I've always done, continue to do, and it's exciting. I love it. This definitely made a big old mess in our bathtub here, but this is basically my basket cleaning bathtub and my Ellie paw cleaning bathtub. This is our downstairs bathtub, and we don't typically bathe or use this shower for ourselves. So it's a great it's a great bathtub to wash my baskets in, you know, so it's wonderful. Gonna get this nice and clean, and then we're gonna let it dry outside. While my baskets are drying in the back, I have these 3 pieces that I got from Goodwill, $5.99, $5.99, and this little guy was $2.99. Who's he by? What is that? That's got to be a logo for something. I got to Google that. This one I plan on keeping as is and possibly styling it on my mantle because I have this kind of color scheme going on over there. It's a little scratched up, but I think it's adorable. I'm going to give it a wash. And I think that'll do it for that one. This I absolutely love. I am definitely going to make this into like a pottery piece. I love the style of it. I actually really don't even mind the look of it, but we're going to definitely DIY this one. And then this guy, same thing. We're going to pottery style this one up. I just thought they were beautiful vessels that I can use for decorating. So I think I'm going to start doing that. I think I might spray paint them first and then go over them, or at least this one with spackle. This one I might do baking soda. I don't know. Let's see what, I never know what I'm going to do. I go into these things kind of very open-minded. So let's see what we come up with. No joke, this is something nobody ever talks about, but the Goodwill sticker is, I mean, it's hardcore. It is on there. These things never want to come off. Gave this a good scrubbing. Got some of the marks off. Obviously, I didn't dry it enough. Thinking of putting it somewhere here because I love the tones. I'm thinking maybe next to this guy. Let's see. Move this kind of like that. Next to my other thrifted find. This is a Hearth and Hand vase that I found at Goodwill. Maybe kind of doing something like this. Turning the, this is, oh, wait a minute. All three of these pieces are thrifted. This basket, I think I showed washing this basket in my video, my thrifting and DIYing video, but I didn't show it styled on the mantle. Oh, here it is. So I think maybe I'm going to turn it on its side. Let's see what the best side of this is. That looks kind of neat there. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Or do we like it like this? Him kind of tucked away in the back. Like that. Keep this basket the way I had it. What do you think about that? I think this is the winner for now. Until I get a different idea and I move it. While I'm letting those guys dry, that was the Farmhouse White in Rust-Oleum. My basket is fully dry, and I'm just clipping off any loose wicker pieces that were super noticeable that I wanted to go ahead and get off of there. That was super easy to do. And now the hinges were broke. The top was not connected to the actual basket. So I'm just taking my nifty wire ties here. You're gonna see these a lot in my videos. My husband's an electrician, so we always have an abundance of these on hand. And they worked perfectly. I put 2 on both sides. And you're gonna see when we spray paint in a little bit that they blend in. They look just like pieces of wicker so that you don't even notice that they're there. Pushing the little nubby pieces down so you don't see those either, and that just worked out perfectly. So there's a little tip and trick. This is Nutmeg by Rust-Oleum. I love this brown color. It's definitely a color of a lot of the higher end pieces of decor that you'll see. And like I mentioned, I've seen these size hampers go for hundreds of dollars. It's a little crazy. I knew that I was using this for stinky clothes, so I was not about to spend that kind of money on a hamper. So when I saw this for $9.99, my eyes lit up, and I found this little guy too. So while I was spraying the big guy, I went ahead and sprayed this little one too with that same color. Not sure what I'm going to use this for, but decoration somewhere in my house. There's never not a need for a basket somewhere. This day was kind of crazy. It was rainy and then sunny and then rainy. So between the top and the bottom, I had to bring that back out front. I was doing it in my garage a little bit, but we go ahead and we let that dry. I did get that all spray painted. Now we are back in the house with that other pot that used to be red. And I decided to spackle this one. Now I'm going to give you an inspiration picture of what I was going for here with this one as well. And I love the look of how this turns out. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do going into this, but I did know that I was going to start off with the spackle. And I like to use this spackle that goes on pink and then it dries white, so you know when it's completely done and ready to be painted over. So I'm going on with a pretty thinnish coat. I don't want to see through it, but I also don't want it super thick because we're going to be going back to create those lines that are on our original inspiration picture. So I didn't want it super thick. I didn't want to have to sand this down after I'm done. So I thought to myself, what can I make those lines with? I was looking in my garage. I was like, what can I use that I have on hand? Then I thought to myself, why don't I just use a plastic fork? So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm using a plastic fork to go in and kind of make those lines. And in the inspiration picture, they're kind of random. Some go diagonal, some go up, some go horizontal. So that's kind of the look I was going for. Honestly, I had no idea how this was going to turn out. I didn't know if this was going to be a yay or a nay, but I put that aside. That one is going to take a little bit of time to dry. That spackle definitely takes some time. But now I'm going back on with this other pot, and I am dabbing on with the paper towel some white chalk paint. And I love doing this with the paper towel because it really makes that texture shine through. Then I am going over with this vintage white color. It's kind of more of a tan, a very light tan color. And I just wanted to lightly pat this on in certain spots. In the inspo picture that I'm going to show you, it definitely is just a tinge. It's white, but it has a little light kind of tannish overlay to it, but I didn't want it to look brown or anything like that. So I'm just dabbing it on very, very lightly. Then I'm going over these lines with my antique wax. And the lines of this original pot actually worked out perfectly because it was almost like a guide for me to know where to put my lines with my antiquing wax. So I'm just dabbing it on, same thing with the paper towel, and I did a little bit on the bottom as well. I went a little bit heavier on the distressing on my piece, basically just because I like the look of that, and my pot was shaped differently, of course, so I always use pictures as inspiration, but I always wind up going my own route. Now I'm going in with my wired bristle brush, lightly tapping on some black paint. That's just to really get that distressed look, get all that. And when you're doing this, there is no right or wrong way to do this. And the more you want it distressed just means the more layers you're going to put on. So after I did that black, I'm going back over it with the original white color and just really making it look worn and like it was like this. And there was nobody that just freshly painted it. And I just think it came out so beautiful. If I walked into Home Goods and saw something like this would be in my cart. I love the look of it. I love how it looks worn and aged. And always remember to go down a little bit on the inner rim, just the part that you can see, and that just really adds to the unique and one-of-a-kind look to this beautiful piece. Now that my hamper is completely dry, I went ahead and put it in my kiddo's bathroom, and it is perfection. I am doing a little revamp in this bathroom. As you can see, we need patchwork on the walls, but I just recently put out a cleaning video where I rejudged their bathroom a little bit. I'm showing you I want to put a plant here. I want to redo the walls. I want to redo above the toilet. So we still have some things going on in here, but this hamper worked out perfectly. Now that the spackle is dry on that red pot or bowl, I am going in again with that vintage white paint. And when I don't need to use extra things, I don't. There was no need for me to put the paint on a plate. So I'm just squirting it right on in the bowl, getting on in there with a paintbrush. I wanted to do the inner part because the inspiration picture, the neck of the bowl is much smaller. This bowl is obviously much wider, so I wanted to get the inside done as well. And I'm just lightly coating the entire thing. Then I'm going back with the mixture of that vintage white and a light tan color just to kind of emphasize those marks that I made with the fork. And I'm going in the same way that I made the marks. So I'm really trying to make those lines shine through, very similar to the inspiration picture. How stinking cute does this turn out? I absolutely love it. I hope this video inspires you. If you don't consider yourself a crafty person, these type of projects do not have to be hard. They're so cute, so fun, and so affordable. I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. Come along with me for all our home decor and DIYing that's yet to come on this channel. Thank you so much for watching.
I've been losing sleep. What to do? Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one like we made it.